Good
Greetings,
afternoon.
people, right here in Trinidad and Tobago and around the world. It's Power 102 Digital. The future of talk is here. Power 102 Digital.
Yes, indeed. It lives here at Power 102 Digital, the future of talk. Welcome to Hard Talk. We are dealing with Trini Ting, we music, we culture, especially as we are into the Carnival season 2024. Today, my special guests are representatives of what we call community tents. I have on the set with me Carver and Kinte. Let me say good afternoon,
Good
gentlemen.
afternoon.
Yes, I'm
Good
standing
afternoon.
by.
Um,
Yes, you hear me, Kinte?
I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear.
I have with me here the Maso.
The Maso. Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna share some of the conversation with the Maso. I'm also expecting brother Mac of the Birds Calypso 10 to check in with me, but without wasting time, let's get right into it. Good afternoon, Kava. How you doing, my brother?
I did, brother.
I know you're a hardworking man around this time of year, so I know
Well,
how difficult it is to have you on the set. But I think it's important that we spread the word and share the knowledge about the Calypso tents. And when we talk Calypso tents here, we're not talking about the big wigs like Kaiso House and Kaiso Caravan, Classic Russo, or Kaiso Showcase. We are dealing with community tents. So, Kava, let me start with you. Where is your tent located? What's the name of your tent?
well, it's not really my tent. Where our tent is. Our tent is located at Princeton. It's called the Missionaries Calypso Tent, and
Yeah.
this was started in 2011 by the late Rugged Rasta.
Oh,
Yeah.
so how long it has been in existence, would you say?
Well, I would say about 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah, 12, 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kinte, tell me, I'm asking you the same question. Tell me about Central Rainbow Stars and its existence and how long, who started it?
Well, Central River Stars. Um, we use the name Central because we were more located in the central area. That's where we started developing. But it's a roving unit that we go all through, and we we cover not only the central, but we are out since 2005.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask both of you the same questions. You're going to take them one at a time in answering and thing. In preparation of these community tents, how difficult is it or how easy is it to put the tents together, especially for the carnival season? Kava?
Well, the same difficulty any other tent go through, we go through it. You
Yeah.
have to, have an audition, a screening,
Mhm.
and well, we normally, I would say, I am not afraid to say that we also look to Tuco or NCC for some, some assistance,
Yeah.
which which sometimes is the scrums of
Hmm.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically the same problem that any major tent encounter.
Hmm.
The difference is that we rove, so we move from place to place. Okay,
Okay. So what you're saying,
so
is that there's not a particular base for the tent.
no, we don't have a particular base.
So how you go
Yeah.
around rehearsals and practice sessions and stuff?
Well, in the years gone by, when community tents had the support, we would have a band.
Oh, okay.
Now we just perform with tracks.
Oh, only tracks.
Yeah.
Maybe I was going to ask you that later down the road. Kinti, tell me how difficult it is in preparations for the season. Tell us about that.
Well, Mr. Thompson said it openly that it's the same as any other tent, right? We
Hmm.
go through the same procedure. The difference with us, we do ours without finances from the government also. We do out of pocket preparation, hoping that at the end of the day we will be given whatever there is for us from Tuco. For instance, in our situation, Central Rainbow Stars, in our genesis, we went to the ministry who sent us to Tuco with a figure of $90,000
Yeah.
and 4 culture shows, right? We were getting the 4 culture show from the Ministry of Culture, and we were getting the $90,000 from Tuco. That lasted a short reign. That $90,000 is down to $7,000, and as everybody know, there's no longer any anaculture program. So because of that, we lose our band. Our band was Trinidad Troubadours. We don't have that band anymore. So just like missionaries, we
Yeah.
are also working with tracks.
Oh.
So that is our situation where there is no funding for us, and
Mm-hmm.
it's strange, Mark, to know that we are all on the same boat where membership in Tuco is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of active collection in the country, the major Tuco tents cannot take everybody. I took that to the former president
Mm-hmm.
at one time, a couple of years ago. I took my list with my 16 or 18 Calypsonians to him, and I asked him, "Do you have place for these people in Calypso House?" He said, "No." I said, "They are members, so where will they go if you're not funding us?" And then again, the next thing is that when you look at what's happening, um, a lot of the people today, like for instance, the person who came second in the Queen recently, she came from a community tent, right? If
Okay.
that opportunity wasn't there for her,
Mm-hmm.
no, she's a second place queen.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And we have more people like that who achieve in semi-finals and national. And I am saying to you that for us, it's not an easy task to get ready
Mm-hmm.
for, unlike the other people who are expecting money. We are not expecting anything.
Oh, okay, okay. Just let me say something here. I've seen Mr. Mac Morris Edwards is trying to get in on the system. You need to turn on your microphone and your camera if you are hearing us. All right, so tell me something. Okay, so it's a roving Calypso tent, but you're based, okay, say Central Rainbow Stars, uh, 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 Missionaires is Princess Town. How do people know where you're at the starting, at the beginning? Cover.
Well, they would know where we are because, again, we
Hmm.
go through the same process. We do flyers, we do ads, radio ads,
Oh,
and yeah, we do the same thing like all the major things.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So the opening. Tell us about the opening.
Well, our opening was in Princeton at Metonba, and we also invited some of our comrades from Central Rainbow Stars and also the Birds tent to come and join us because we kind of like to keep the camaraderie among the community tents because
Yeah.
we are the only three surviving community tents right now,
Hmm.
you know. So we
Yeah.
try to keep it south based that is it. So
Yeah.
we try to keep that camaraderie. We support each other
Hmm.
at our lunch and at various shows. We will have a clash.
Hmm.
So basically, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell us about your
Uh,
opening and how you got things up and running?
we opened last Sunday at the Caribbean Vibes in Marabella, and
Hmm.
as Carver said, we had support from the missionaries,
Hmm.
and so we did what we had to do. What I want to say too is that the major tents, Calypso is Trinidad and Tobago, and
Yeah.
when we say Trinidad, we don't mean Port of Spain, or we just say Port of Spain and San Fernando. Our tents, our community tents, we go into the villages, the outer part of the country,
Yeah. The rural
where
areas.
where the major tents don't go. When I
Mm-hmm.
started singing calypso, the tents used to go like come major tents used to come like Shogunas, they used to
Mm-hmm.
go Sandy Grandy, and the CDC had a show that they used to take around the country to the rural areas. We
Mm-hmm.
are doing that job now. We as community tents, that is the job we are doing.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
the people who will long to see a culture set in Moruga or in Brothers Road or in Rio Claro or Moyaro,
Mm-hmm.
we give them that opportunity. And I think because of that, some sort of respect should be given to us.
Mm-hmm. Tell me something, Kava. What about okay, these community tents, are we looking at them as the breathing ground or the supply source for people to gravitate to the bigger tents?
Well, you use a word, are we looking?
Hmm.
It's not that we are looking. that is the breeding ground.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for the stepping ground for those major tents. Out of our missionaries,
Mm-hmm.
now as Kinty mentioned, the young woman who came second in the Queens, her first tent that she sang it was the missionaries Calypso tent. Then she graduated onto Kaiso Showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So over the years, we have been the stepping ground for plenty young Calypsonians, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of young Calypsonians
Tell me,
who
okay, so what you're saying is that, see, okay, let's say that the word is out that Central Rainbow Stars, Birds Calypso tent, and the missionaries are out there. Are these tents attracting new talent, whether it be young or mature people?
well, we once we do put out an ad
For
that
audition?
we scouting for talent,
Yeah.
and the tent is the tent is doing an audition. There are people who showing up all
Yeah.
the time, all the time.
Right, right.
Can I say something there
Yeah.
to check what Captain saying? We
Mhm.
always have new people coming in. We always have new young people, whether people start late, career late in their lives. We always have new people. The new people of first opportunity basically is at a community-based tent, you know. And when we put up auditions, we have people coming to audition with young people, full-grown people looking for an opportunity. Some of these people may be went to all the other auditions in the country without an opportunity. And when they do get an opportunity, they get in a community-based tent.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me get Mr. Mac on the system here. Nice to have you, brother Mac. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. I've been chatting with Kinte and Carver about the Central Rainbow Stars and the Missionaires. Tell us about Birds Calypso Tent. Where you located? How was opening night? How you attracted your membership or your cast for the start of the season? And tell us how you, if you are based in a particular area or if, like the other two tents, it's a roving experience.
Well, great afternoon to the guys on board,
Mhm.
Mr. Thompson, Mr. Kerry Stevens, and to the the greatest, Mr. David McIntyre, boy. The man who always championing the cause for culture and for everything that's happening locally. Thanks for the opportunity, guys. And well, in a nutshell, Birds Calypso Tent, I would say from my standpoint, um, I took the opportunity. I think twice, I think three times to come on board, but I come on board based on the. I will go to your question. I took the opportunity to come on board based on my involvement in the last elections in Tuco, and the only thing that is missing in Tuco is opposition for opposition. You know, when somebody take a part in your position, because good evening to the listening audience. I took part in the last election as well. I challenged the zonal chairmanship and the national presidency, and I was not successful. So I am looking at me as a watchdog of the organization, not as an opposition, because that position is not there. But it should have been. They should have something for opposition to be there to to I mean, that's throwing a little sense or two inside of it.
To keep the executive in check.
Correct. But that's not there. But we thanking you for this privilege as community tent leaders. Birds Calypso tent, we had our first launching on the 6th, which was the Lewa, the 6th of January and it's Christmas. And I am also involved in Parang. So I invited my Parang group and members of the Birds Calypso tent cast to close up the Christmas and launch the carnival right away
Yeah.
in that traditional kind of style. And it was a real nice event. It was real nice. Everybody had a good time.
Where was that held?
That was held right here at 107 Beach Road, Palaseco, at the venue that we are um, the work that is in progress to set up a venue that is, we naming it the Birds Calypso Soca Dome.
Okay.
And we already in the process of, you know, establishing that foundation for, not for me, but for the community tents in the South Central region. So, you know, the guys could say, well, we have, at least we have a head start to, you know, to function.
Yeah.
And we went ahead and we did the grand opening the following week. That was the following Saturday, and it was a success again. And then we went ahead and had vintage night, which was last week Saturday going here.
Mm-hmm.
And that and all was a nice, that was a real nice event as well. And we having our children's show this coming Saturday from 2 p.m. right here at the Birds Calypso Soca Dome. Because I saw it necessary to really restart to do the work in progress here at the Birds Calypso Soca Dome to try and complete what we had started many years ago before the COVID came and everything went at a halt and nothing was happening and all of that. So far that's one of the because after offering myself up to chart the course with a concrete agenda for the organization where none of the other candidates presented, I had a manifesto offering the membership some solutions to move to go in a direction in a 3-year period of time. So they probably went ahead with a different agenda, and I was not voted in power. But however, I taken this opportunity right now to utilize these 3 years that I had donated, was going to donate to Tuco, to bring Tuco to where it's supposed to be at, to build me and build the Birds Calypso tent alongside with the other community tent groups. So here we are, and I have no complaint to say, well, complain about what is going on in the organization. The membership have to speak. The membership have to understand that they had an opportunity to make a difference. And I only saying so because of my concern as regards to how the elections went and what took place.
Okay. Now tell me, give us a brief history of the Birds Calypso tent, you know. How long has it been in existence?
Well, Birds Calypso tent came into existence in 2001. So 2001 to 2024, you know, we're looking at quite a number of years. And consistently, we never passed a season, because I was looking at some photos where members, the amount of Southern Calypsonians who participated and performed with the Birds Calypso tent from 2001 to now, we have a lot of deceased members as well. And I want to say condolences to those people. Mr. Rugged Rasta, who started off the Missionaries Calypso tent that Mr. Thompson is spearheading after. And I want to congratulate him on that for taking up that mantle to carry on the Missionaries Calypso tent that was started by Mr. Vernon Wilson. And the Mike Tommy Morales and them guys and them up in Moruga. And we in the Southwestern Peninsula, we are outnumbered and underestimated in the support that we generate every year at that Skinner Park show. And Skinner Park are going there now because Skinner Park happens to be one of the biggest events that Tuco has over the years coming to San Fernando. And I am in close coordination with the General Secretary of Tuco and the President as well, and the Vice Chairman, which is a Southman, Mr. Steve Pascal. We are in close connections. We talk all the time. I sent in a request to have a conversation with the General Council and the President since right after Calypso History Month in October to discuss the community tents and to chart out a way forward for us. To date, I have not gotten a meeting to sit with the President. I went ahead, well, prior to that, I sent in a proposal for Calypso History Month to get some assistance to do a project with the community tent. Nothing came out of that. Nothing came out of the meeting that was requested to meet with the President. And I sent in, I made another request for a booth to sell at Skinner Park for the semi-final, so that both Calypso tents together with the community tents could get together and raise funds and sell something in the show to make a little income for us. And so far, I am getting a runaround. Now, even in the Carnival village that is happening right now, I made a call asking what is the community tents artist position as regards to getting performances at the Carnival village. And we are not existing. I have no quarrel with what is going on. If it is that we know, I know that to be the vice president of Tuku for quite a number of years, right? Mr. Ainsley King, he was always the vice president of Tuku, there with Mr. Masimba, right? And he happens to get to be the president of this organization. And his mantra is not business as usual, things will be better for us. I buried the hatchet and I told him in his face that I will be challenging the leadership of the organization, because he dictated to me that he understood the democratic process of Trinidad and Tobago. So I told him I will be contesting, I will be challenging the leadership in his face. So it wasn't a secret. So now that the election is over, I congratulated him on his victory. And I was hoping that we could have worked together as a team to put this thing where it's supposed to be at. There's a lot of questions that is pending that the general public should be aware of. Last Carnival 2023, all of the zones received $700,000 in subvention. And so far, I am a financial member of the organization. I have not seen a financial report from the zone, either of the zones, neither the general council, as to how those monies was dispersed. So there's a lot of things that need to be, it's a lot of damage control. Today, I am taking this opportunity on this Power Media 102 to ask to make a call to the Minister of Culture and even the Prime Minister and even the Minister of National Security to come into this arena here and let us see what is taking place. I am very, very, very concerned as a citizen of this country who understands my democratic rights as a citizen. So it's not about I want to be the president of this organization. It's not that I want to fight down my organization. I want to see some equity in the distributions of the taxpayers' money coming to the community tents as well.
Okay, let me stop you right there for just a minute. Are these community tents registered with Tuku, or just like you being a member, a financial member, as you said? Maybe Kinty is also a member, maybe Kava. I don't know about Kava because Kava does sing now. Well, he's singing Parang and Ting now.
Yeah.
But is there some sort of regulation or some sort of a requirement from Tuku for the community tents to be on par with the other tents, or to be registered as entities just a bit lower than the big tents?
All right, I will give any other of the guys the opportunity to respond. But I
would say that we are registered as an NGO because it's a requirement. Because once you're doing government procurement is concerned, they want to see some form of registration, even dealing with community development at that level. So we are registered as an NGO. They say we register with Tuku. I don't think any of the tents are registered with Tuku besides those that is represented in the zone, meaning that North Zone, South Zone, East Zone, and Tobago.
Oh, okay.
The review and all those rest Calypso tents. I don't think they register with Tuku.
Oh, because
you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm stand to be corrected if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Kinte.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
There's nothing like registration with Tuku. Tuku is the umbrella body. All funding for Calypso goes through Tuku. We as NGOs, For instance, for us, we went first to the ministry that I mentioned before, and then we were told to go to Tuko. Whatever document that they moved from the ministry went from the ministry to Tuko on our behalf. Now, to say that we have to register with Tuko, I don't think that is correct because of the fact that if you check all the Tuko tests, they are and they show up as Tuko Tuco entities, the tents that Tuco will be responsible for. And those are the four zonal tents. But you have to remember that even Kaito Showcase started as a community-based tent until Tuco arrived. For instance, I believe that the 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 funding for these tents will coming from like the CDC direct, right? The community-based tent is like a carnival in a village, like New Grant having a carnival funded
Yeah.
by the CDC, Point having a carnival funded by the CDC. That was happening before Tuco. But when Tuco take control, when Tuco was given control of Calypso and NCBA for Mass and Panchego for Panchego, they are the ones that get the money for Pan, for Mass, and for Calypso. And even though Tuco is getting money for Calypso, Calypso is not port. The point is Calypso is not only Port of Spain. Calypso is national. And anywhere Calypso is taken to, I'm of the opinion that they should be supported. Because it's not like we just wasting time. We bringing out we trying our best to bring out new people entering the arena. We give them an opportunity. Some people come to us only know to hold our mic, right? We have to teach them all of that and prepare them for the bigger zone. No, I don't think none of the community tents have a problem with a singer moving on from their tent to a bigger arena because that is the purpose. That's what I'm saying?
Yeah. But are you guys collectively approaching Tuco where that kind of issue or issues are concerned?
No, I would, in a nutshell, I would verify the argument as to where Calypso, Tuco, NCBA, NCC, and the PAN fraternity. Right. Those are the four entities that are under cabinet minutes in the 1998, 97, 98, somewhere down there. The mandate that was given to Tuco under the cabinet minutes in 1998. I was looking for it while you was talking so that I would have been precise in what I am saying. It is very, very contrary to the behavior of the Trinbago Unified Calypso Unions organization presently. And even before now, Tuco has the mandate, has a mandate, parliament, cabinet minutes to represent Calypso in Trinidad and Tobago, in the Caribbean, and throughout the entire world. So taking care of our own, Tuco has a huge mandate. That cabinet minutes entitled Tuco to own industries, recording studios, television stations, entertainment parks, restaurants, bars, sporting facilities, you name it, from 1998 to 2024. This is where we are, having to have this kind of discussion on an organization that has cabinet authority. So what we're saying is that Tuco has the mandate to partner with anybody in the same line of business when it comes to local music. I have no time to beg Tuco for anything anymore. Tuco has a responsibility towards us. We are not beggars. We are stakeholders. And they have to recognize this. And this is the reason why I wanted to have a little conversation with the new president that is there, that is sitting. So I would have been able to guide him and advise him to move forward and to move forward in a positive direction. I don't want a position, brother. I'm not fighting you down. I want this Calypso thing to be how you call it, boy, a beacon. I want it to be. Now I am seeing where you don't have to be having a big song or a good song to be in a tent, to be in any of these zonal tents. Once you are a seeded member, nothing wrong with the seeded member, nothing wrong with the thing. And that's what killing the thing, because the market, the international market, like we are not appealing to the international market. The music industry is so huge. Imagine I am in Palo Seco, right? And what I am doing in this community in Palo Seco is with the small corporate business people around me. And I am utilizing pennies and cents for culture. And millions we're not accessing for no assistance at all that we need to develop culture in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And I have a problem with that. But as I say, my brother David and Kava and Kinte, the organization, the membership had an opportunity to read through my manifesto, right? Where I propose a membership restoration drive because of the pandemic to make all the 700 plus TUCO members financially automatically, and let us start again and give everybody a fair opportunity. You distributed $700,000 to every zone and still come in 2024 to charge $500 to non-financial members to take part in a national Calypso competition to go in Skinner Park.
So what you're saying is that where the national competition is concerned, the community tents are not included in like judges coming to the tents to choose Calypsonians from those tents as to enter
We have,
the semifinals.
Mark, we have to go to the bullpen. All members of the community then have to go to the unattached,
Bullpen.
which used to come after the judges visited all the tents. But it so happened that some major Calypsonian recognized that, hey, after rehearsing with the band for all these shows that they were having, the band already cutting it, so it's easier for them to go to the bullpen with their tracks, and they will get through to the semi-final.
Oh.
You know, so now to go in the wisdom of the unattached first. I see a little something that is happening right now where they say a major artist is going to be judged tonight with a tent. But I don't know if he was registered before the unattached.
Yeah.
So we would like to see the outcome of that.
Yeah, because I've been hearing about that without calling
To
names.
go have rules and regulations, and anytime they break that, they're setting themselves up.
Kinte, tell me, based on what my good friend Brother Mark is saying, how difficult it is for the artists, the performers of Central Rainbow Stars to even get into the unattached, or like we call it, the bullpen. Is that is there a difficulty there also? Because Brother Mark is speaking about financial and non-financial members. There's a fee for non-financial members to enter the competition. What's your take on that?
The first question is what level of discomfort there is for our members getting into the bullpen. I don't think that is a problem. What we were hoping for is that all the community tents be judged on one day. All right, give us a day so that we at least we could do some business on that day and be heard. But now we end up everybody together. So the bullpen is for everybody. Community tents, which they don't come to our tent, they don't come to our tents, and we have to go to them. So I'm comfortable with that for now. But my problem is, um, I'm I'm very useful when time for election, but I have no use when time to earn a dollar. You understand what I'm saying? You will call my phone for support for election, And when that same artist is built to perform in an area with a community tent, you pay no attention. For instance, after 3 or 4 years without funding, we were given a little pittance last year. So that's supposed to be an expectation that it's going to be continue. To be told this year that there is no funding for us. I think if that should happen with any one of the other two contents, it ain't go down like that. You think today or tomorrow they tell Classic Rousseau, we are no money for it this year. What gonna happen there? But you're doing it to us, who's supposed to be on the same level as members. Because remember, cannot fit. All of us cannot fit in one night in a cast. So we have to separate. That is how the community tests come around. So saying that I must say yes, there's a discomfort where we are treated differently to the other tents. Um, if there is a day that birds, rainbow, and missionaries have a day for judges, that might be better for us than putting us in the bullpen where people from different tents also come in on that day when they have the opportunity to be heard in their tents. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that is a concern of mine.
Okay, okay. So tell me, are there guys who do calypsos, not affiliated with the Tuco tents, neither icons or review or the community tents, but they have a calypso that they went to some studio and produced. Are they also entitled to go to the bullpen?
Bullpen or the unattached, yes, they are
Oh,
also entitled to come on that day.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Well, I
We
think,
say in bullpen we call them unattached, right? But
yeah.
the unattached and the community tents, um, they're gonna be heard on the same day. But the difference is, as a TUCO member, if you are financial, you pay
Mhm.
$100. If you are not a member, you pay $500. And if you are a member unfinancial, you also pay $500.
Mm.
You know
Mhm.
something?
And the
So
unattached people, they pay the same thing, the $500.
yeah, $500.
Boy, oh boy. Anyhow, so with that in mind, and with all said there about the funding, how you guys really operate? How you guys? I mean, Kinte said out of pocket. My good brethren Max said he has the assistance of some of the community business people. Kava, how you survive?
Well, Brother Mark, fortunately, I have my own PA system, so I don't have to pay for that. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so that is one cost down. I have some friends who has lighting. That is one cost down. And maybe if we have to go to a venue, that is why we go to certain venues like bars, whereby hey, there probably might be a system, there a good sound system, and accommodation with stage. So that is a cost less in our pocket. Okay, so that
Okay.
basically that is how we survive.
Hmm. Hmm. And you guys have been in existence for so long. I mean,
Yeah.
it would have been nice to know that the community
Mhm.
spaces, the public spaces like community centers or areas where there may be a basketball court or something like that, that a hard surface court where you guys could have set up a tent and be based, instead of just roving, because I know roving must be an added expenditure only if the members are doing it from their heart to use their own vehicles to move around the artists and stuff. So it's even more difficult to operate these community tents and the way you guys are doing it.
David, 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 you know how it's nice to know that you take your cars down to Cedars and these people from Cedars enjoy some calypso, or you go up to Indian training, or you're moving to hat bagging. Those people, it have people there who love calypso, but don't get the opportunity to come out, and the tents don't go to meet them.
Mhm.
So our job is like taking the calypso to the people in the rural area. That is what we do. Instead of staying in one place, they wouldn't come to us. So we take in the Calypso 10. I find that is a plus on behalf of Tuco. That's a plus, because that is a job that's supposed to be done. Tuco supposed to establish Calypso throughout the region. And if they're not doing it, Kaiso also going Miaro, Kaiso also going Moruga, the Eastern to coming going Hot Bargain. And those are areas where you have people who are also lovers of Calypso. The only show they might go to is Skinner Park.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
our job is the job we are doing is a job that Tuco supposed to be doing.
But
And we are doing it with out of pocket money. So
why
there should be some
ironic?
way there should be some way that Tuco should see it fit to support us.
Yeah, like
You understand
probably,
what I'm saying?
probably via transportation, PTSC or a Maxi or
No,
something.
but what is ironic about this is not like actions was not taken as regards to fixing the problem. While we was amending the constitution, Mark Morris Edwards, made recommendations to Masimba and the General Council for extended zones in the organization because we were looking at 14 municipals throughout Trinidad and Tobago with a design of 4 zones in a constitution that governs Calypso globally. I asked them politely to extend zones like Princestown, Separia, Central, or by Kinty, so that it would have been a fair and accessible way to run the thing. To my big surprise, in the last meeting that we were at at the General Council, I was informed that there is nothing, and that subject, that recommendation was voted unanimous. 2 people voted against that in that General Council meeting for it to be enshrined in that new constitution. 2 people voted against it, but every other member who was there at that General Council meeting, constitution amendment, voted on behalf of that to go forward. And to my big surprise, today I am hearing that there is nothing like that in the new constitution. And we are still awaiting the new constitution that was amended so many years ago to come into effect. I am wondering, so you are not accepting our request to have meetings with us. You are not assisting us with no boots to sell at Skinner Park. You are not accessing us with a night for the judges so that we could dress nice, elegantly, and sleep in the day and come out in the night and perform like giants with an audience and try to get a space in Skinner Park. So we are the underdogs. And we must be continued to be treated in that way with all this money circulating around us. And we are financial members too, where I keep saying that every opportunity should be afforded to every financial member of the organization that it belongs to. And that's not hard. I don't understand why these guys acting as though what we're talking is Chinese. We speaking about equity, we talking about equal distribution, not even equal distribution. So if you give these zones 700,000, I don't know what is the budget they receive. I don't know how much millions they get. I don't know if Kente know or Mr. Thompson know how much money they get last 2023. But if you give these zones $700,000, you know that the South Central zone is a big zone. Look at where East Zone is. Look at where North Zone is. And we have Tobago. But look at where Kaiso House is. Look at where Review is. Look at where the other tents and them right around Port of Spain there, 15 minutes away. When you come down to San Fernando down the highway, and you making the biggest profit down at Skinner Park for semi-final, and that's how we're treating South people. But I want to let them know this year that the community tents will be protesting. And we will be, I am applying to the people of San Fernando who understand that the regular vendors and them who normally they sell in Skinner Park would not be selling this year. So it look like we go on no semi-finals if all you continuing so and all you want to push we down in our brothers. I telling all you. It ain't looking like it going on no semi-final, brother. Or they have to come better than that.
Let me say something there. For me, I have no intention of trying to obstruct Tuco or obstruct Calypso or anything like that. All I am saying is that there is an expectation from the membership of Rainbow Stars, the membership of Missionaries, and the membership of Birds. There is an expectation that we're going to be treated um, better than we are treated. We were given something last year. We didn't quarrel about it.
But,
What is the problem this year?
man,
What
let me
is
tell
the
you something. Hold on. Hold your corner ready. I am saying is that so we cannot get a space in Skinner Park to sell. We are not entitled to that. You tell me about you don't want to interrupt no Calypso. I don't want to interrupt no Calypso. Today is the what? Today is the 25th of January. The
Mhm.
semi-finals is when not the third or somewhere there.
The
How
third?
many how many more days we have to so when you want to tell me that we get in a space in Skinner Park to sell next week, when I had to run here and run there and I wouldn't get through with nothing, tell me that up front. And this is what I have problem with. I not play no games, brother. And if it means that we going down that road, then we go down that road because I am not interrupting no Calypso. All I'm saying is that you're not communicating with us. All I'm saying is that we're not having that camaraderie. All I'm saying is that you can't treat me with that level of disrespect and expect me to stay quiet and don't make an appeal for South people to stop being abused and used and misused and taking all the money and going in for that spill. What are you telling me about? I'm not in them games. I'm not in them games. I am for equity. I am for let us level the playing field and let us know where we're heading at. For God's sake, for peace sake. If you're not, you, I didn't receive any documents stating that Tuco cannot assist me financially, up to date, The Rainbow Stars management receive a document as such. Missionaries receive a document as such. I took it up with the general secretary of the organization. I said, Madam General Sec, what going on? I hear him talks that you are not in any position to support the community tents financially. What going on? She said, yes, Brother Mark, because at the time that they sent the request, they didn't have no money, which is something strange. And up till now, I have not received any document as such. So I don't have any problem. I don't know where I am at. I don't know where I am speaking from a perspective where I am in constant contact and trying to communicate with the powers that be so that we could level the playing field and know where we are. And that's my problem. So that's the reason why I'm saying, if you want to continue to hoodwink me and treat me with that level of disrespect, I am not tolerating that as a financial member of the organization. There's other means and ways. There's a lot of other ways and means that I could go around doing things.
Okay, I guess you guys vented a lot where that is concerned, but the show goes on, right?
Of
You
course.
guys are
Yeah.
still performing community wise and roving around, and that roving uh, precedent that you guys are using to showcase the talents that you have performing with you, where Calypso is concerned. Tell me, how beneficial is that? Let's say at the end of the carnival season, how can you guys see profit or losses where
Um,
that is concerned?
David is more a service than a profit making situation. Because when you look at what we get to operate with and what we can generate, it's nothing comparing to what the major things get, right? So we survive because people come into our tent to perform with an expectation that they will be they will have the opportunity to groom themselves to go forward. But everybody's thinking forward tense. It's like I come here, I spend 2 years hoping that I could move on to a different situation where the funding is better. And
Mhm.
you can't get angry with somebody that come into your tent with that sort of mindset. Um, whatever they give to us, we as leaders, we have to be able to use it. But the problem I'm having is not that what we get, is when you don't get. When you don't get, you have a lot of people depending on you, right? Like they depend on other tent management, and they depend on you for whatever little it is. So what is our situation now with no funding for this year? Um, we have to try our best, look for sponsorship, look for other avenues so that we'll be able to stay on float, you know. But for me, from where I sit with Rainbow Stars, our situation is like any other the community and situation. We have the same situation, but our temperament may be different at some point in time. So I'm saying this here and now. Rainbow Stars will function whether we get the support from Tuko or not. But we don't think we have to continue that way. There must be some changes somewhere where some sort of money to be put aside for community tents because we are the builders. We are the builders.
Mhm. Okay. So the performers, they come with heart and soul to just render a service. I mean,
Every night.
well, Carver can attest to that. To have a single done in our studio is not no $500. You know, to produce a track and to come forward with that track, whether you're going to the radio stations for some assistance with promotion or whatever, um, it is costly. And if people are to be doing that and extending themselves and having that kind of belief in themselves that they can, I have a big tune, they talk like that. I have a tune and a big tune and I want to see. They expect to get some kind of uh, return on their invested um, the investment that they put into this, going to studio and producing this track and stuff. Now, when they come to the if they cannot get into the big tents and they come to the community tents, I mean, it will be a real patron to say, well, anyway, the tent going, I go into, I will perform by a bar, I will perform here and there, and whatever little I get, I get. If I don't get, I don't get. I mean, that's difficult to take if you are an artist who is looking to go forward. There must be some sort of return on your investment because if you put out like $7,000 to $8,000 to produce a single, and at the end of it all, you will want to get back something because come next year, Trinidad and Tobago is probably the only country where every year you have to come with something new. Uh,
Something new.
so it's difficult to be dipping in your pocket to come up with like $7,000 or $8,000 every year, and there's no return on your investments. So some artists will get the option to go buy a bar, and they might get something, whatever from the bar owner, or some promoter might be hosting an event and hire them, and they will get some kind of returns. But those who come to the tents, they have to be real lover and patrons of these particular community tents to stay to go the distance. Because I'm sure you guys have members that you can talk about who have been with the tents, the community tents, for a very long period.
Yeah, but and David too, what's happened there too is that you see, nobody's locked to the community tents. There's no contract to the community tents. You are free to look for your opportunities. You'll find people from the community tents in auditions in all the other tents. But when you look at the cast in the other tents, the first the first 18 people, they've been there for years. You're going with 24 singers and your first 18 been there for years. So how am I going to get that opportunity there? If you're following me.
Yeah.
So
I follow.
everybody have the cast,
Mm,
everybody have the people.
mm,
So one or two may get through every year, one or two. And those are the people that coming from community tents that will break the ice at some point in time. So I am saying, if that is so, and we are representing all Calypso and all Calypsonians, we supposed to have some way to know that there is a breeding ground where people will be coming from to come to us. You understand? And they're not only coming out of the community tents and going to tents, they're going on the national executive too from community tents. So this is my problem. These people who you didn't care about, they are now sitting with you on executive and general council, and they begin this from community tents, the same tents that they didn't want to support. This is what I'm saying. It's people who seeing Calypso the way they support it. I want to make a contribution to Calypso. If I'm not singing, I want to be able to help. Right? These people coming through. So why it is that you cannot see the need to fund these tents? That is my argument, and I could take this argument at any level
Well,
because it's good.
again, Kente, to add to what you're saying, it reflected in the last election because
Yes.
we have a membership of 100 and something in the South Central Zone, and only 50 something people took part in the election because they were 50 something persons financial, and in the national body as well, there were only 300 and something people who were financial out of 700 plus members. So members not seeing any benefits coming towards them from the organization, only a certain set of people reaping all the benefits all the time. So they're getting this enchanted. It happening. My question is, in the national allocation for Calypso, are we going to see a profit after the end of Carnival 2024 that the Calypso tents that receive money in that big quantum produce? Are they going to produce to us a profit? Let us see that. Because they're receiving $700,000 and bringing up a net profit and nothing, a loss.
What I would have liked to see happening with the artists who are at the community tent levels, okay, creme de la creme, I think they should have been offered like special guest appearances at these tents that are the big heads. I just think that it should have been given the opportunity. We have a special guest appearance tonight from Birds Calypso tent, or
Great.
from
Nice.
Rainbow Stars, or
Sounds good.
Missionaries. I think that would have been highly accepted by the members who really cannot get into the tent. At least they will get an opportunity to showcase their talent on what we could call the bigger stages, like the Kaiser House or the
Sounds good. Yeah.
so as special invited guests. That would have lifted the morale of some of these community artists. But let's see if we can go ahead and tell people what they can expect at the community Calypso tents this year. Let me start with you, brother. Tell us about your cast and the variety you're offering. And I need you guys to tell me about from a youth point of view, because we have to pass the baton, right?
Yes,
So,
of course.
and the youths now, as you have realized, they are more ready to go into what they quote and unquote call soca. I call everything calypso. Soca is just like they have reggae and they have dance hall.
Yeah.
But if you win a Grammy doing dance hall, on the Grammy listing it comes under reggae. so the young people in Trinidad, they now have Zessa music, they have Trinidad music and stuff. What kind of inclusion you are prepared to accommodate with the young people who have their sort of talents into these community tents?
Well, to answer your question, Brother David, we are launching a initiative right after Carnival with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Band. And I have Miss Linda Ramsey, who is our Calypso principal. She writes and works with most of the police youth clubs in Trinidad and Tobago, writing calypsos for schools and so on. And she joined in with me to start a project to get more youths in my community involved. We're going to get some young people, some songs, some calypsos for them, and started training them in vocal and lyrics and diction and stage presentation and all that, and started keep this calypso thing going from that standpoint. We can look forward for the community tent virtual show coming up next week, Wednesday on the 31st at Back Radio. That is something that we are doing on our own again to generate some income and to create some sort of awareness to the powers that be, so that because the community tent is not stagnated, we decide to go virtual and do this show. Thanks to Kenny Phillips and his wife for reaching out to us and offering us that opportunity to come and do that virtual concert on WAC Radio. That'll be on the 31st, Wednesday the 31st from 7 p.m. So we asking the listeners and the supporters throughout Trinidad and Tobago, all the Calypso lovers to log on and donate handsomely. I would like to see the community then making the first $1 million profit come Wednesday evening in
But
donations.
okay, tell us who are the people on board. I mean, if I have to log on, I need to know who I'm going to listen to and what to
Yes.
expect. Is the 10th offering calypso, soca, chutney soca? What is the offerings
Well,
from the performances of your cast?
Well, because of the way the thing moving at a pace, myself, Mr. Thompson, and Mr. Kerry Stevens, we still have to sit and do the program. We still have to know how many people we will be putting on the shows.
So it's a collective thing with the
Yeah,
community.
yeah. It's
Oh,
three. It's a three-way clash. Yes, yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's
Three-way
fantastic.
clash. Yes.
But tell me something. We call one or two names of who are the performers.
Right. So we have Mr. Medic from the Birds Club System. We have King Redo. Them guys and them have some nice groovy soca and stuff like that. We have myself, Brother Mark. We have Sweet Merle. We have Calypso Principal. We have Balgo. We have Ishmael. And some guest appearances by Sydney Chapman as Inspire. We expecting like guys from the bigger territories, like some bigger names to volunteer to come and give me a little pull out because that's what we always do.
Yeah.
So far, we can't call any names yet, but we asking any of the big names in Trinidad and Tobago who want to come and say, well, yeah, we're giving all that a little performance. I just have one song to hype up the thing, and we be thankful for that. So Carver will call some names from his group. And
But tell me, outside of this clash as we call it at WAC Radio, tell us about the performance at your tent. You know, when we go in, see just expect who.
right. I will not be going serious. We'll be moving.
Where?
Right now, I am in discussion with the mayor of Siparia. You know, mayor Siparia is a borough now, right?
Yeah.
So I am in some conversation with the mayor in Siparia. And you see, I have a heart for the thing too. I don't leave out the missionaries and I don't leave out the rainbow stars.
Oh.
The community tends to kind of gel together
Together.
and get together and do this. So I in chat with the mayor in Siparia to do something for in the borough for Carnival, and then we have some other venues that we touching to make sure because we trying to sell a package. If we selling something and people buying into it, well, that's saying something.
Yeah.
And so far we're making a statement because the young people generating the energy and creating the awareness, they're creating the curiosity, and young people enjoying it. I mean, we did these events that we had over these past couple of weekends here down at the Birds Calypso Soca Show. People keep coming back and enjoying. Like Saturday night, we stayed up to 4 o'clock here at this venue because nobody don't want to go home, and everybody hanging out and enjoying the Calypso and can talk about the Calypso. So we staying in the game, hard, sink or float, we staying in the game. Support, no support, we staying in the game. But at the same time, I want to warn Trinidad and Tobago, and I want to warn these guys and them that the pandemic that was here for 2 years should have taught us to be more conscious-minded, to be more loving, to be more cooperative, to be more genuine. And it seems as though the pandemic can teach us nothing because everybody going back to the old way of life, selfish, greedy, power hungry, fighting on one another. And God does not destroy a city before a warning. So I am warning these leaders. Be careful of how you trod in because, brother, they're saying that there is a new virus that is stronger than what passed. And we just lose a little lower than 7 million lives in 2 years' time. So people who had a lifespan of over 100 years, we lose almost 7 million people, children, women, men.
Let's check again, Kava. Kava, come back on screen, partner. I know you are a producer of music. You
hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Not only
What happening is that like my speaker is going on, so I have to put the phone a little closer to my ear.
Okay, but we hear you loud and clear. Kava, tell me about some of the artists that missionaires
Well, missionaries we have the man Tall Blacks,
Tall Black.
okay, who is one of our trustees. We have we had elections recently, so we have a new chair, a chairperson in the
Mm-hmm.
name of Melissa Rodriguez, female chairperson.
Mm-hmm.
We have Delana. We have, I want you to believe it, King Luther ruling with us.
Hey, King Luther.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's
King Luther.
fantastic.
Yeah,
That's a lot of inspiration and motivation.
yeah. Well, we need the experience.
Yeah.
We have a man called Mr. Dalwood who's coming with the chutney. We have the young soca artist, Mr. Darian.
Mhm.
We have
Oh Lord. Yeah, go ahead, Carl. I see I lost you a little bit. Go
the
ahead.
younger brother. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have a young lady who's doing a little gospel thing. But her calypso is more or less based on superheroes. Her name
Oh,
is Miss Cooper Sinclair,
yeah,
Nikisha Cooper Sinclair.
yeah.
First time I think she did audition for Kaito Showcase,
Mm,
but she wasn't successful. So the community tends we make use of these young talents.
yeah. But I know you represent Missionaries, Heart and Soul, but I know you do a lot of music for big time artists. You
Well, I use music for everybody, not the big time only.
know?
This,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that
for
too should
all
be a nice driving
from the
inspiration.
juniors go up to the seniors.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fantastic. That's
Th-
fantastic. Kinte,
yeah, this,
let me hear
this,
about some
Um,
with Rainbow Stars. I know Dimaso close to you right there.
it was so right here.
Yeah.
Um, um, well, you know that on the first we'll be doing the class at work.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the first.
Yeah.
31st.
Um, the
31st.
31st, the
Yes.
31st
Yeah.
at work, and on the first we will be on the boulevard in Port of Spain.
Yeah.
Um, so far we have two finalists in the South Monarch. We have finalists in the Soka Chutney Monarch. We have finalists in the Kaipi Chima Monarch, and those are people from the Rainbow Stars. One of the things we must take in consideration is that when you're talking about community tents, you're not talking about stars. You're talking about artists in the development,
Yeah.
new artists basically, because most of the stars you want to hear that will be singing here and singing there. They're not coming to the community with that kind of treatment that we have it. It's
Right.
people like Brother Mark and Kinte and Kava. These people going to hold on to that type of work, like
Yeah.
developing new people
Mm-hmm.
to put on stage. So when we are community tech, you come out to see new artists, new
Yeah.
styles, you
Yes.
know, you
Yes.
hear new names, and that is what the competence is about. Because,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, this year we have between the last 3 years, we have 5 new persons coming through at the Rainbow Stars and doing very well on the shows. So people have to realize that when you come to a community tent, you're not coming to hear King this and Monarch that. You won't get that there,
Mm-hmm.
right? What you're going to get is entertainment. If you want entertainment, you come to the community tents and you get entertainment. For instance, the way we operate uh, two ways. We do new songs and we do vintage pieces. So there's entertainment right through. We have chutney singers, we have soca singers, we have competitors, we have entertainers. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're going to expect when you come to the community events.
All right. Okay. 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 Well. I guess. Is there anything else you guys would like to say? Now. What about musical promotions? I know the world things have changed since the lockdown of the pandemic, and there was little movements. Things were hardly happening. Everything was at a standstill for almost 2+ years. You know. How you guys go about gaining promotion for some of these new artists and who are doing quite well over the years? I mean, I know WAC Radio will also entertain the workings of these community tents because he's kind of central and easier to reach than coming to Port of Spain and stuff. How you get the music out?
But David, we do the same thing like all entertainers. So long as people have the ability to go on the social media and distribute their songs, um, they will do that.
Yeah.
There's just a difference how you get the music out being in one of the top tens or being in the community tens. We have to go through the same process like
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
For instance, there's a page CRS Calypso that is always Rainbow Stars. You can go up on that page, TRS Calypso, and find all our singers with the songs, the videos and stuff.
Mhm.
So
So you
we have
guys
to
have
find.
you guys have your
Sorry,
own app. That's what you're saying. You guys have your own app, Central Rainbow Stars.
Central Rebels have a page,
Yeah.
CRS Calypso. You can pull up that on
Hmm.
Facebook,
Yeah.
and you will find all the people who have been in Rainbow Stars over the years
Yeah.
and presently on
Yeah.
that page.
Yeah. Now I didn't want to pose the question as to are you guys on social media, because at the end of it, I want to ask how can people find you on the social media platforms. So brother Mac, how you promote the music?
But
Strictly social media, or you get
no,
airplay?
no, no. I invented during the COVID period. I invented my converted my vocal booth in the recording studio here that I'm sitting in.
Yeah.
Converted it into an online radio station, www.caribbeanpulse.net. That's our online station that the community can artist has access to as well to send the music to
Hmm.
be on rotation globally. Yes, we broadcasting throughout the world
Hmm.
on www.caribbeanpulse.net. And that's one of, I don't know if, I don't know, Brother David, I don't know if Tuco sees us as a threat to what they're doing, because with the little resources or next thing nothing that we have, we always on top of our game. Imagine we has two, Kava is in the position of the South Central PR position now as a community tent leader slash manager. He's also the PR of the South Central Zone, Tuco South Central Zone. So he has to be careful how he's representing and what he's saying to the general public, because he is representing the national body of Tuco as well. And when we have that kind of dexterity crawling into the my aim and one of my biggest achievement was to sit in the seat to see a community tent leader to be the president of Tuco. And I think that the membership lose a golden opportunity here, because knowing that what the work that we put in the community tent already put in the work in it. Because I myself, Kava and Kente, we challenge brother resistance down to tooth nail. No. We challenge that brother and fight that brother, and that brother is to still look out for we and make sure that whoever little it is, he's make sure that we receive it. And now today things changing so rapid
Yeah.
that
That's not, I don't want to put Kava in his spot either. Kava is my good brethren. I mean, Kava and I, we are linked up with FOITT and all of that. But Kava, I know you're highly technical. You're into that kind of a technical. You have that kind of technical prowess, and to develop some of these artists, producing their music and all of that. How? What? Tell me about promotion. Is it strictly social media? Because I know how things have changed where national radio stations are concerned, right? So I know it's difficult to even get an interview, you know.
Well,
Um,
well, David,
yeah,
I all radio station and all DJs have an email address.
yeah,
Okay, and that ain't so hard to come by.
hmm,
So when I finish a production of one of my clients, I would ask them if they want help
yeah,
with the promotion or
hmm,
getting it out there.
hmm,
And I think my name has started to circulate among the radio, the mainstream media.
hmm,
And when I send a song outside, the possibility of it being played,
yeah,
is great.
hmm,
So I would normally email my music out, and not only locally and internationally, because there are so many radio stations out there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Connecting has a one in Canada that stream a lot of local music.
yeah,
Okay, we
connected.
have Mark Morris in Arima,
yes,
who is brother Mark down in Palo Seco, who is doing their own thing with local radio,
yeah,
online radio.
Yeah.
So the music is being spread. And then we have YouTube,
Hmm.
whereby everybody music is on YouTube these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm hoping that I don't know if you have my email address either, because I tell all artists, you guys know I'm the advocate, I'm the lip for calypso. I talk in it all the time. I'm not afraid to put it on the front burner where I keep it front burner. So I am going to send my email address to who don't have it, right? Cover, if you don't have it either, I'm going to send it to you
All right.
so that you can forward music to me. You are guaranteed, once it's worthy of airplay, because I want to sell quality stuff. All right. If it's a good recording, if it's good lyrics, if it has a good story, once I can sell it, I am going to sell it. All right. So I will do that for you guys. So anything else you
Appreciate
guys
that.
want to say concerning the community tents? I think you guys have
I
said,
want
and I hope a lot of
David,
people listen.
I want to ask Trinidad and Tobago and also the all the WAC supporters on the outside, US, Canada, wherever they are, to look out for us on the 31st.
What
And
time?
please, 7, I think 7 p.m.
Yeah.
and pay some attention to us. Don't just listen to us, but contribute, because we are in need of this contribution as we speak. Because um, the talent is there. We have the talent. Pay some attention to us, and together, I think we could be a force, the 3 units, and we could put on a good program on the 31st. So I'm asking all the people out there who are WAC fans and who listen to WAC to come up and make a contribution to us, because, as we said before, our hands are in the lion's mouth, right?
David,
Yeah, cover.
Therefore,
David,
Yeah, cover.
is it possible that for one or two can put on something like this, a live streaming, and we come up and do the same thing upon your end?
Well,
I'm just throwing that out there.
I'll have to talk with my boss, because I am now this Trini thing, or Trini Ting as I call it. Now I'm given the opportunity to operate on a Tuesday, really, right? Now the host for today's program isn't available, so I asked the boss if he can kindly allow me to stream live with the community tents, because I wanted to include Kinte last Tuesday, because I had Kaiso House, I had Kaiso Caravan, and I also had Kaiso Showcase. Kaiso Classic Russo didn't show up, so but Kinte had we had a little disconnect, and he didn't come. So I'm happy that we didn't connect then, so I can have you guys here collective representing the community Calypso tents and its fraternity. Now I'm going to ask the boss if that on one of those Tuesdays I can do that same live streaming and highlighting of the community tents. I'm not afraid to approach him, because he knows what I do, and he knows I'm very committed and dedicated to what I do. And I'm not doing this for no rank and fame. It's something in the DNA. You understand? So I appreciate you guys coming on and your views, your whatever is bothering you, and how we can move forward with the young artists and they who are, you know, gravitate to your group and who perform at your staging of events and all of that. So I'm gonna have that talk with him, because I have a lot of different, what I call the Trini thing. I also call it we music, we culture, where it's a variety. We have chutney, we have drummers, we have panis. So I try to make a umbrella kind of connect with all the different varieties of what we offer as Trini music, or Trini performances, or Trini craft. That's what I call it. We music and we culture. So I'm going to talk that with the boss, and it would be nice cover to have you guys do something like that so you can stream it live. All right. So Tuesdays are my days too, or the day that I have or was given the opportunity to do things like this. I begged for you guys to come on today, because I really wanted people to know that there are entities like Community Calypso Tens
Wow.
that contribute big times to the art form.
Excellent.
I know you guys work very hard. I respect the kind of energies, blood, sweat, and tears that you put into coming forward every year with little funding, with little help. I know the A to Z of it, but I wanted you guys to come forward and say it for yourself. I know sometimes if I'm talking about it, people might say, man, he's saying, he just talking that. I don't want that. I wanted to come from like the horse's mouth, as we say, from you guys. I'm very happy.
Yep.
I'm very close to Kava in a sense because I'm with a group FOYTT and we meet on many occasions when we romp around with the calypso and the pan and all of that. So I want to thank you guys for coming on today. Anything that you guys think I can help you with, you all have my phone numbers. I'm going to send my email address to all of you guys so you can sell me the music that you want to promote from your various calypso tents, the community tents.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Mark. And one last request. I want to make send out a request to the Minister of Culture, and also the NCC Chairman, Mr. Winston Peters, to look into what's going on with the community tent as regards to where Tuco's responsibility is concerned, and we're looking forward for some immediate response because what monkey see, monkey do.
God
bless you, my brother.
Yes. Thank you, Kava. Thank you, Kinte. Dimaso, hope everything's all right with you.
Yes, sir. Still with the corrosive studio at Point 14.
Oh.
And we're knocking it. Yeah, we're doing it nice.
All right. Okay, good. Nice. Thank you, Brother Mark. Thank you, Kava. Thank you, Kinte. Thank you, Dimaso. We're going to meet again.
Strength and power, man.
Thank you. Thanks, David.
Okay, great. That's it for today's edition of Trini Ting. Hard talk, we music, we culture right here at Power 102 Digital Thursday.